For over 40 years, Sister Elizabeth Padilla has walked a path of profound inner peace and transformative action through Raja Yoga meditation, radiating wisdom and grace. From her home at the Brahma Kumaris Anubhuti Meditation and Retreat Center, nestled just north of San Francisco, and actually in my own neighborhood of Novato, she orchestrates experiences that guide others towards self-discovery and tranquility. Her dedication extends globally as a U.S. core team leader of the Brahma Kumaris Environmental Initiative, where she champions a vision of a harmonious world, bringing the Awakening the Dreamer workshop to diverse audiences in India and internationally. Elizabeth's spirit of unity has long illuminated Bay Area interfaith programs, where she shines as a performer, teacher, and fervent activist, having lent her expertise to the San Francisco Interfaith Council and the Marin Interfaith Council. A true architect of personal evolution, she masterfully designs and facilitates retreats, seminars, and workshops, drawing upon her training in appreciative inquiry and self-managing leadership. With a captivating voice and stage presence owned at the American Conservatory Theater, Elizabeth also shares her artistic soul through her evocative one-woman performance, Songs of My Soul, a testament to her multifaceted gifts. Thank you, Sister Elizabeth, for joining us and sharing this blessing. And I think I've done enough talking for a meditation session, so I humbly and gladly hand it off to you.
Thank you so much, Siddharth. It was lovely meeting you earlier today and getting to know you better. And it's so good to be with the Marin Interfaith Council. I've been very active with the San Francisco Interfaith Council, and our senior sister, who passed not too long ago, she was part of the founding members of Interfaith in the city, United Religions Initiative founding member, and the San Francisco Interfaith Council founding member. So she has actually been my teacher of interfaith. So I just thought it right to mention her name. And so this practice of Raj Yoga meditation, I'm so glad that you could be with me on, and I'm very happy to share this with you. It's very simple, and it doesn't matter what faith tradition or practice that you have. It's basically understanding that I'm a spiritual being, an immortal being, a conscient point of light energy situated here in the forehead. And the forehead's a very sacred place in many traditions, right? I know growing up as a Catholic, my parents would bless us on the forehead. And I know in Buddhism, the eye of awakening, the third eye, and also in Hinduism, they talk about being the Trinetri, the third eye. Raj Yoga isn't necessarily from the Hindu tradition. It is its own, because it's monotheistic, God as light. And so the meditation teaches me first to understand that I am light, that I am conscient energy, and that the Supreme Being is also conscient light. The difference is the Supreme Being doesn't come into this game of birth and death, never forgetting itself, right? That the divine remains in that state of enlightenment. Whereas you and I continue to play this game of remembering and forgetting. Sound familiar? Even in our own faith traditions, we remember and then we forget ourselves. I didn't mean that. Oh, did I really say that? So I think whatever our faith tradition, and this I love so much about the Brahma Kumaris, is everybody has a place in the family tree of all souls. In other words, a tree will express itself in many branches, and the root is still the same. The seed is the same, but the expression manifests in its own right and its beauty. And you can't really have a family tree with one branch, can you? So I hope this meditation uplifts you and you can relate. So let's just begin with taking a nice deep breath in and then slowly exhaling. Okay, so we'll get focused here. And this also helps the brain to get focused. Just another deep breath. Hold that breath for a moment and slowly exhale. Get situated, comfortable. Leave all tasks to one side. Let go of the day. Let go of whatever happened today and reserve this time for the self. Imagine a state without any worries or concerns. No worries for tomorrow, and nothing that I'm holding on to from today or yesterday. And I begin to experience myself as that loving presence. Yes, I am a spiritual presence. I, the soul, am eternal, and I can hear through these ears. I can sense the world around me through these sense organs. I can see through the eyes. Just let the senses be a portal to that inner awareness. The awareness of being. And with each breath, I let go and relax. The original nature of the soul is love and peace. Just as the body craves what it's made of, water, minerals, proteins, vitamins, I, the soul, the conscient being residing in this body, crave love, peace, joy, wisdom, and bliss. And I, the soul, also have that ability to be the observer of my own life, to detach and gain perspectives that allow me to interact from a place of peace, from a place of gratitude and understanding. And as much as I can detach, I am also loving and benevolent. I came into this world innocent, fresh, pure, and loving. And as I grew and developed into a child, I began to identify myself with relationships and possessions. With my accomplishments and achievements. All the things that are temporary become my focus, and I forget my eternal and spiritual self. And as I embrace the calm, the stillness, as I allow my mind to surrender to the peace that's within me, my mind becomes like a body of water that's calm and clear. And just like in the early morning when a lake is still, I can see the reflection of the world around me as it is. Total acceptance. And if I were to peer into this lake of the mind, I could see my own reflection just as I am, in that state of serene calm. With my mind, I can imagine peering into this lake of consciousness, witnessing my own reflection as a peaceful presence, a loving presence. Imagine seeing my image, seeing my own eyes, and noticing the kindness emanating from my being, the generosity of spirit. And I'm taken by how beautiful my presence is. As a child of the divine, as an eternal presence, in this still lake of consciousness, I can also peer into the lake. It's clear, crystal clear. I can see right to the depths of me. I can imagine such beauty, as if the bottom of this lake was laden with gems and treasures. These are treasures of abilities, of what I value, qualities that serve, such as patience, honesty, wisdom, joy, perseverance. All of these qualities are my treasures, waiting to be utilized and expressed. And I identify each and every one Just imagine that one of these treasures, one of these gems, in the form of a quality or a spiritual strength, attracts me, catches my eye, and I imagine just stretching my arm into this lake and catching hold of this gem, this beautiful quality of I, the soul. And as I begin to emerge it to the surface, this gem radiates light into my consciousness. This whole lake of awareness just fills with light. And I emerge this gem into the atmosphere, and rays of light are emanating in all directions. And as I examine this gem, perhaps there is a message for me engraved on this gem, a word or a sentence designed for me, especially for me. What would this message say? The first thought that comes is usually the best. And I take in the significance of this message. And I then again return this gem into my lake of consciousness in the same magical way to the bottom of the lake. And I take one more gaze onto this beautiful scene of this calm, serene place in my mind. Perhaps there are rolling hills and mountains and trees. And I can experience in this state of soul consciousness, I can experience a divine presence by whatever understanding that I have in my own life experience of what that divine presence could be. Universal consciousness, the divine, God, Allah, Yahweh, Ishwar, Jehovah, whatever name. But a connection to that resource of divinity. A meeting of pure energy happens, of the soul and divine consciousness. And I am touched by this presence, this familiar presence of unconditional love. And a wave of peace penetrates my being. I'm overflowing with energy and life. And naturally, I want to share this peace, this loving presence, and radiate love and peace to my body, sending healing energy to the body, and I send love and peace to my neighbors, to my family, and to all my brothers and sisters in the world. I send love and peace. To all beings, I send love and peace. And to the elements and nature, to the cosmos, and to the molecular dimensions, I send love and peace. And now, gracefully, I return to the awareness of the room where I'm sitting, and to the body, I return with clarity and fullness. I am aware of this physical world and the laws of nature. And in this moment, I am also aware of my own spiritual presence as a being of peace and love. Om Shanti. So welcome back. I look forward to hearing your experiences and how you can relate to this journey of the soul. So that I can be more proactive in how I express myself and create, how I explore and learn, how I can be an influence of peace and love in the world.
Thank you, Sister Elizabeth, for a beautiful blessing that was our meditation session. I do want to ask everyone if you don't mind unmuting yourselves. Since there's such a small group here, we can be a bit more informal about this. And I want to invite all of you to share any questions you may have or reflections with Sister Elizabeth or amongst all of us. Since we're such a small group, we can have a discussion even. But if any of you want to say anything, please go ahead. I am going to, however, stop recording and so that you feel free to ask whatever you want to ask. So give me 1 second here and I'll stop recording. Or I'll pause it so we can do the